Hello and welcome back to the I-League here on HeflaTV 2. This is the Season 2 and the finals of the qualifiers of the European Division, Virtus Pro versus Power Rangers. It's best of 3 and Game 2 of aforementioned series. I'm Grandis V and I'll be joined by HeflaMook again.
Yep, and please ban Anti-Mage. I mean, God, I love that we had this hero, like, because we haven't seen him in a long time. Just here and there, a Tier 1 match where we actually had an Anti-Mage being picked up, but 3 games in a row? Is this really the big fat anti-mage comeback, aka rebirth from like 213, early 214, where we had like every game was anti-mage, anti-mage, anti-mage? I hope not. So let's see. This is the fifth game now for Virtus Pro in a row. Power Rangers, they are fresh and rested. Going here in the game number 2. For them, it's to close the series. Either 2-0, and for Virtus Pro, obviously, they're 1 behind. They have to win the next game, yeah, to get it through. This is the European Final B, or in Group B, or Europe B, however you want to call it. And yeah, they need to win this.
Yeah,
high stakes.
Do. I think one of the biggest problems in game number 1 was that Power Rangers supports were just so active on the map, which is kind of weird to see from a Dazzle, not so much from the counterpart in the Ogre Magi, which is going to be yet again picked up for Power Rangers. And honestly, that Ogre Magi play was on point, even though the Anti-Mage is the one to steal the show, get like 800 GPM, kill everything. Really, those early rotations of supports made it possible. Winning all of the other lanes for them, allowing the puck to get an early Blink Dagger, just worked wonders for Power Rangers. Let's see if they're able to duplicate that success.
Yeah, and if Power Rangers like go for Anti-Mage quite early, then Virtus Pro might actually do the same thing as they already did against Denial, pick BCZ, avoid. That worked out once, why not? But like really, my bets are on, we see normal picks right now in the first stage, and the second bun stage we're gonna see Anti-Mage bun when it's about the course. They're not gonna let this Anti-Mage through again. Instead they're gonna push with the Chikiro and the Nature's Prophet, so that's quite some pushing potential coming out from both of them, as well as Lane Harass. We have to see if that's offlane Nature's Prophet. I'm not a big fan of it, because like the current setups of heroes that are getting picked, they're all quite capable of diving a tower. A tier 1 tower is not too impressive, and well, we have to see where this is heading. Batrider, that's what they banned last game, and rightfully so. Now they get it through.
Yeah, very interesting. Batrider, one of the better heroes at catching out Nature's Prophet from the sidelines, showing trees with the Firefly, giving yourself that extra flying vision, and then just catching him out with the Blink Lasso while he's out split pushing. I kind of feel that this is just going to be an offlane Nature's Prophet. Honestly, where else are you going to put him? Jungle feels a little bit risky, but honestly, Nature's Prophets more often than not end up in the jungle anyway. Next set of bans coming out pretty quickly with a Baden ban from Power Rangers, as well as the Death Prophet taken out, and a Coddle ban from Virtus Pro.
Yep, and I don't know what to say, to be honest. I mean, hashtag misclick, Mr. Captain. I don't know. Like, where is that Coddle pick coming from?
Huh. Not exactly sure. I understand the Abaddon from Power Rangers, but then again, I don't. It feels like it's securing the Batrider pick, just making sure you can't purge off that Lasso. But I think the Vengeful Spirit would have been a more solid ban in that respect. Having a swap against Lasso feels a lot better, and Virtus Pro are going to snag that one right up. Even more pushing power for them, and just all around, one of the highest tier supports. It feels kind of like a missed opportunity to ban him instead of the Abaddon.
Yep, and I don't know. Like, I'm quite baffled. I mean, Gyrocopter as well as the Coddle, I don't know, it's really empty threats for me. Like, banning these out, to be honest, like if I was Power Rangers, I would like not be impressed at all. Like, this is just, sure, like without those two, you can still draft from like a amazing large spectrum. I don't know, maybe we don't know everything. Maybe Power Rangers sort of utilized the Coddle in the past, I don't know. But they got another Batrider, they got the IO, and what are they planning to pair up with the IO? Is this just like a random IO as we saw it, like a pretty aggressive supporter on a lane, or is this actually something that gets, I don't know, some tether body, tiny, etc.?
It feels like just a normal Tiny game. Bloodlust on Tiny is one of the scariest Bloodlust heroes, uses that extra attack speed wonderfully. With Overcharge on top of that, Tiny is going to be an absolute wrecking crew. So yeah, I don't think there's really anything better for them to pick. VP are going to go for the Veno.
Radiant's pick.
Well, Venomancer, I mean, it's a lot of 8s at the moment on Virtus Pro side coming out. We have Liquid Fire, the Breath, the Venomancer coming out. They already played it once and they got successfully through with it. Still, if now a Tiny, for example, is coming out, this is really bad news. Because right now, I just look at the HP pools of Virtus.pro, or the average HP pool of their heroes. Like, if there's a stun or initiation by the Batch Rider, and there's actually a Tiny waiting with the IO being empowered, you just crush them. So we got a Storm Spirit for the mid. Maybe that's time for Virtus.pro to guess the last one. So maybe Power Rangers, they want that they ban that they ban a Tiny, for example. But we could still, in the 5th pick, we could still get a core that somehow goes along with the IO. Maybe we go super traditional, like really, really old school, older than Dota itself, the IO CK. Please give me that. I mean, it's not going to happen, but one can dream, right?
I mean, if you look at Virtus.pro and their ability to actually clear out the illusions, it's pretty weak, to be honest. Macropar is pretty good if you're actually able to lock them down in place, but all they have is the Ice Path to do that, so I'm not sure if that's actually reliable. I think it would be solid, but Tiny, personally, for me, is a little bit scarier, just his ability to farm over the CK. But it's actually going to be a Bristleback banned out by Virtus.pro. As far as IO partners that have been recently popular, Bristleback is also a really scary one. Power Rangers would just be able to run down Virtus.pro if they picked it.
I mean, Bristleback is one of those heroes that like don't seem to be dangerous in the first place. But the longer the fight goes, like, we start to talk about Bristleback being quite dangerous once you have like 3, 4, 5 stacks of Bristles up on you. If you have an IO keeping him alive plus his natural tankiness, like at some point it really starts to hurt when then the Bristle damage goes like above the 400, 500, 600 mark. That's just crazy. From there on, it's just nuts if you really stay that long into the fight. And IO would be someone making that actually possible. But right now, I can live with that Bristleback. I think compared to like the Coddle and the Gyrocopter ban, the Bristleback was probably the best decision Virtus.pro did in this draft when it comes to bans. But still, that opens for Power Rangers anything they want to go for. If that's really a Tiny, they could go for it anytime. But I have a feeling Power Rangers, they're going to surprise us with the 5th one. Or maybe they not, and I'm just super hyped about, I don't know, some crazy draft.
Absolutely. It could also just be like an IO Storm Spirit. That's not the worst IO combination. Even though Storm Spirit doesn't really need that extra mobility across the map, it's still incredibly scary to know that Storm Spirit could be zipping from any angle, anywhere on this map with extra mana from the IO. It is also a decent combination, although I still think just going for the standard picks is the better choice. Power Rangers, they have a little bit of room to work with. This is the second game of a best of 3, and they've already taken game 1, so I'm crossing my fingers for a little bit of experimentation. Virtus.pro, on the other hand, on the ropes, they have a lot of pushing power coming out from all 4 of these heroes, and it kind of feels like they want to go all in with it.
Yeah, it really looks like this, but I'm not sure if, like, that's a problem. I mean, if you're like ahead, for example, and you want to like just put one on top, like a fast pushing game, even though, I mean, the 6.8 patches are not like prone to be the fastest ones. But yeah, they go for it. They go for a typical BBC lineup. They want to surprise Power Rangers, but to be honest, I'm not so sure if that actually works out. Because on the other side, we have actually heroes that can stall enough time. So getting tier 1 towers, getting fast ahead in the game, that's possible. But unless you really continue getting kills and then go high ground by the 30-minute mark, this game will fall apart for Virtus.pro really, really fast. That's what I'm afraid of.
For sure, and that's a valid fear for Virtus.pro as a lineup, but with their first 4 picks, I love you, Power Rangers! I've wanted to see Huskar for so long. He's been here and there.
It's the first Huskar I cast. Like seriously. Yesterday I had my debut on my premiere with Broadmother. And actually for a month I had the first Anti-Mage, today again. But now Huskar. This is the first Huskar I'm gonna cast. I'm on fire. On fire, baby.
Honestly, as far as Huskar games are concerned, this isn't the greatest of ones. But I still think he's an incredibly underrated hero. He's not that great against Undying. Stealing Huskar's strength's a great way to deal with him. But then again, a lot of the damage from Virtus.pro is magical for most of their heroes. So armlet toggling is going to be an absolute beast. Huskar, I think he's severely underrated and should be picked up a lot more. The issue with him is that the playstyle isn't conducive with a lot of teams' comfort zone. He needs to commit all the way into a fight. But then again, most of Power Rangers heroes, that's exactly what they're going to do. Power Rangers, if they get up their core items, Blink on the Bat, Storm Spirit gets an early Orchid, Armlet Helm onto the Huskar, they're just going to be balls to the wall, and Virtus.pro are going to be hard-pressed to actually deal with that.
Balls to the wall, I love this expression. Grandis is coming out with the big ones here today. Balls to the wall, my friend.
That's exactly the type of Huskar, hero Huskar is, and I absolutely love playing him and watching him played.
Yep, absolutely. But let's go introduce those boys. As I said, like when it comes to draft, Power Rangers, they definitely get my thumb here. My prediction is definitely, yeah, Power Rangers. They're gonna nail this 2-0 here. This is it. The draft just looks so good. But then again, Virtus Pro, they're a good team. Like they have made some amazing plays today, and maybe we're gonna see something very surprising. I've seen such a similar draft already by BBC. But then again, BBC's playstyle and Virtus Pro playstyle, they're not quite concurrent. You can't put them on top of each other and they're like one alike, you know? So I'm not sure how they get it through. Still, like I'm gonna set a 30-minute mark. If Virtus Pro is not through with this game by 30, maximum 40 minutes, it's 100% for Power Rangers. So my Arcanas would be all there if I had any. Either way, let's introduce them really fast, Grandis.
For sure. Radiant side is going to be Power Rangers on that side of the map, with Cheshire Cat on the Batrider J4 and the Ogre Suniko. On the Io, Shatchla on the Storm Spirit and Dichira on the Huskar.
Yeah, you really had to take the Huskar, right, to introduce yours. So, Grandis biased caster confirmed. Please, chat, spam him to Nirvana. Either way, we have Jotem playing the Vengeful Spirit on the other side. Of course, BCC playing the Chakiro. This is a farm in Chakiro. Let's see how BCC is going to go with this. Today he only played Agility Course. Now it's going to be like the two-headed dragon. Yol is going to be on the Undying. We have Mr. G-God in the mid again on the Venomancer. We saw that already today once, and it worked out quite well. Sidoi is playing the Nature's Prophet in the offlane, but alone, the Nature's Prophet in the offlane is something I just don't see happening. I just don't see it happening. Not against like a Wisp-supported Huskar. If he's just getting slowed or caught out by anything, he is just dead meat. Or dead tree. Whatever that is.
Absolutely. I think because of that, VP might look for an aggressive tri-lane. That's exactly when Undying is going to be at his strongest. And their aggressive tri-lane is one of, if not the strongest one in the game. Like Venge, Undying, Venomancer. You're going to be hard-pressed to find something that's scarier than those three heroes at you.
Yeah, well, let's see where this is going. At the moment, we have the ESFX Russian guys disconnecting, reconnecting. We have Sidoi disconnecting. He's rebooting. Oh, that means that's going to take a while. Jesus.
Yep. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah. That first game...
Well, for all those who want to see some actual action on HeflaTV 1, we have GG League, the Vega Squad versus Album Sheet, also very interesting game. So for all those who don't want to see pauses, you can go there, and then you can come back in time by the time Sido just, came back to this. It might take 1 or 2 minutes, or longer.
The chat is torn about this Huskar pick.
Yeah, I see the chat is going completely nuts. Like, they saw Huskar and they're like, what the fuck, lol, this caster, super excited, lol, Virtus Pro, throwing, whatever. It's like...
Huskar's legit, guys. I just want, a pro team to actually utilize it consistently, because I think he is a hero that you can do that with. The only recent performance on Huskar that comes to mind is Kuroki. Absolutely dominating.
Yeah, I saw that game. That was quite sick. That's why I was looking forward to actually cast a Huskar, because I don't know, the only time I've seen a Huskar being played in the last 2 months, besides the Kuroki one you just mentioned, is in the C scene. We had actually 2 Huskars being picked up, but it was, I think, casted by Mike and Coucher or so. I'm not sure. Either way, so
lucky bastards.
Yeah, I'm just as hyped. But hey, come on, I got 3 anti-mages in a row, and I got the Broadmother yesterday, so I'm sort of happy about it as well, that I called those good games.
Absolutely. Okay, so we are just chilling here. Not a whole lot to talk about. We don't even know how these lanes are going to match up. We can theory craft them to death.
I know. I mean, for Virtus Pro, it's kind of obvious. I mean, we have Sidoi offline, we have G in the mid, we have BCC with Jotem and Yol in the top lane, and they're gonna rush this down. Actually, it's not offlane Sidoi. This is gonna be Sidoi alone in the safe lane, and we have an aggressive try of Jotem, BCC, and Yol, and they're gonna push that tower to death. Like with Tombstone, minus armor, and the Chakiro going all the way with Liquid Fire and Dual Breath, he's gonna skip the Ice Path or just 1 value point in it. That's at least my prediction for it. And for G, he's gonna wait till that level 5, and then he's just gonna fortify that mid with tons of freaking plague wards. But I think the Storm is still gonna do quite a decent job against him. Not at the start, but as soon as he's level 6, I think G is just gonna be a dead little bug or snake, whatever that is. I mean, with the cosmetics he has right now, he looks like a snake.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of always looked like a snake. Maybe old Venomancer looked like a bug. Oh no.
Oh yeah, actually it looked like a banana.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a running banana, but this is now a banana with like 2 tentacles on top of his head. Like a little circling style banana.
VP
I like
going.
that cosmetic though. I think I have to get it.
It definitely looks pretty good. And it fits Venomancer. It makes him look very venomous. He looks very imposing.
Oh, I see what you did there, Grandis. Venomancer looking venomous. Oh. Either way, we have like a little warding train at the moment top. Chisakat going for that observer ward aggressively, but even more interesting here bottom. They go for a train and J4 is around the corner. If they have to slow on him, but the Gale is not out. G didn't go for it. Now he has the Gale. He actually hits him, and now that should be enough for a kill. Liquid Fire, Magic Missile, but they're blocking each other at the moment. Where's the Magic Missile? There it is. No, they're holding back on it at the moment. They don't even need to use it. Just the right clicks will be enough. That's the good start for Virtus Pro. And now they just diamond split into all of their lanes after they aggressively warded here to block the 2 camps. That's also quite interesting.
Yeah. VP's level 1 is incredibly scary. I actually really like this move of them to look for the block on these camps. Because it is an IO on the enemy team, I'm not sure. I believe this camp, this is the camp that's actually blocked by this. I don't think it blocks this camp, but I could be wrong and have that backwards, because these spawn boxes don't actually intersect.
I'm not sure. I mean, we're gonna see it in 23 seconds, but I think it should block both camps. If not one, then it's still kind of a disruption to the Batrider. If he leaves the lane because there's too much pressure, because we see them maybe swapping at some point into the top lane, getting for the next tier 1 tower, then he can't swap into the jungle for quite a while or stack the mid camps, or the Husker can't stack it, or the IO can't stack it. Either way, let's see. At the moment we have dual lanes on Power Range's side, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And also Virtus Pro is going for dual lanes. I thought this is an aggressive try, so I have been actually off with my predictions.
Yeah, I think this is fine. These dual lanes are prone to being aggressive at any single moment. The action could break out at pretty much any point. Huskar has actually gone for his passive level 1, which is a very interesting move coming out from Huskar. It does give you a decent amount of attack speed, and he'll get level 2 fast enough, but honestly, I think he's just hurt his lane more than it helped.
Yeah, and at the moment we have like all of them are ignoring at the moment the lane top. They want to go for BCC here, only sticking napalm, but there's Jotun with the magic missile to help him, so they can't really dive the tower. But 5 stacks, look at the right clicks here at the moment, but now he's stunned. And no, BCC still has all the stacks, and they want to go for it. And there's the breath. Jotun is trying to come in, getting the damage here on the IO, but it's not gonna be enough. There's another magic missile, and I think the right clicks will be enough, but yeah. There is the Nature's Prophet coming in, but Jotun also being in trouble. Fire is just burning his ass at the moment. The Chakira also coming in. In the end, they're gonna lose both for it. The question is Zidoi going down? Like, he's still standing in the fire, but Chisakat, Jesus Christ, run Zidoi, run, and the fire is off. So he's gonna survive. It was a close call, though.
It really was. Very interesting dive coming up from Power Rangers. Batrider IO, not a combination we see in lane very often at all. But with that extra mana sustain, the movement speed on Bat, you can just run down heroes. And they make that dive work out for the Batrider, even though he does fall in the end.
And look at the fight recap. Like, this was pretty much an even trade. Like, all of them got 300 XP, 500 gold exchange, and when it comes to, I don't know, things used, consumables. Oh my god, they open again on the Chakira. This is the 3rd stack, the 4th stack. This is not how this lane was supposed to be. In the end, BCC is going down again because he has no support, and Chisakat is like, okay, sure, why not? I gotcha.
G burning in the fire and the flames, but they'll bring down the Huskar in return. Nelson Nico also going to be brought down. They have been bringing in Zidoi to all of these early engagements, and it's one of the points of Nature's Prophet that really shines, his ability to globally be there for ganks, and it's going to turn around this fight in mid.
And I love this game already. I mean, that is 9 kills in 2 minutes. That's like the highest kappa per minute we ever had. Like, that is just amazing. I love the style already.
Yeah. The Huskar hasn't really been working out so far, but I suppose he's just 1-1. Dishiro's not doing poorly either, and his CS is fine. Although, right now, CS really doesn't feel like it matters all that much. It is favoring PR.
Well, we have to see. I mean, top, I think they're going to swap now into something triple. Sidoi is there as well. And, Jessica, if his Firefly ends, then he's in trouble. But at the moment, yeah, the Wisp is joining in, healing him up a tiny bit. But, well, he just wants to get those spirits into Jotum successfully. So, but yeah, the game is cooling down a bit, a tiny bit. It's still, there's a lot of potential for more Kappa per minute.
Okay, so we look at that observer ward that they placed. That actually blocks neither of the camps. The spawn box for this camp I know ends at these trees for the large camp, and apparently the one for this one ends right here, and this ward's in between the two.
Okay, never mind that. I actually thought it might at least block one of the camps, but apparently we learned something new. Yeah. So nice observer ward there by Virtus Pro. Congrats.
Pretty much. Either way, we have gotten into a defensive tri-lane now for VP. They've left the Nature's Prophet, or actually no, completely scratch that. I'm actually just completely drunk. Gil's still down in bottom. The lanes haven't changed at all. We have the Ogre posturing, looking for a potential stun. The tri-lane's coming out from PR instead. They pursue onto the Jakiro under the tower. This is very familiar to what we've seen before. But now Cheshire Cat out of mana and without the Wisp tethered up to him is going to be forced back.
Oh, instead they want to go for the Husker here in the mid. There's already the slow, a lot of poison up on him. He's trying to use, of course, Inner Vitality, but that level 1 point in it, that's not really gonna do it. And, well, the Venomets are being healed up. He's on fire at the moment with 3 stacks, but nah, he doesn't care. He's even using Bottle. He has 1 more Tango left, so yeah, easy kill there on the Husker.
Yeah, it is. Huskar going for a heal at this point early. Not exactly sure if that really works out for you. Huskar's heal is actually a pretty crappy spell at those early levels. Maybe he's just looking for the 1 point into Berserker's Blood, but personally, I like maxing out the Burning Spears and secondary max.
Top. I think Jessica, they caught him out, but he's touching the Ice Path still. A lot of damage over time there. Is there a Liquid Fire to follow up or anything? No. It's not, so it's just the Braff. He's getting even a clap by the Big Fat Santa. Now he has to run away. In the meantime, we have the Undying killing the Ogre Magi, who was, I don't know, coming around there just to finish off G, but that didn't really work out at all.
Yeah, Undying as a pick for VP is not getting as many kills as you can as an Undying, but he really does thrive in this type of environment where everybody's just looking for these engagements. It's an absolute slugfest across the entire map. Nature's Prophet with Phase Boots and Null already is hitting incredibly hard for this point in the game, and both teams are poised to strike. So Nico already has those Wisp Orbs out, potentially can look for a tether. Jotum, if he gets out of position only slightly, will be completely dead. But for now, Jotum is under his tower and is going to be fine.
Yep, and the Jakiro limping back to the fountain at the moment with boots. That's a lot of downtime for him. Like, he needs more farm. That Jakiro, like a Jakiro that gets fast experience and items is really dangerous. But at the moment, the Jakiro is just everything but really scary. But let's see. We have the Ogre actually. Sidoi. No, there's the Ignite. He still has a TP out if he wants to. He's using his TP. Is there stun? J4 is actually going for it. He still has his original stun, but now with the Vortex and everything, they don't even need it. They just go and clop him down. That was kind of bad, Sidoi getting caught out there. But yeah, you usually don't expect like a random Ogre to pop up, even though he knew he's gonna be, or one of them is gonna be around just for the rune.
Jeslo has actually gone for Tranquil Boots on this Storm. I'm tempted to say that that might be a misbuy since he was going for a Soul Ring. You can accidentally bank it if you go for a casual Ring of Protection or one of Basilius later on. But it looks like that's actually a choice. With the amount of aggression that they're applying early on, if there ever was a Tranquil Boots Storm game, this would probably be it. Although, I'd say that Treads is probably better.
Yep. But let's see, at the moment, G, he is level 8, which means he can fortify now mid with tons of Plague Wards. He's level 4, has enough mana region, also like getting some high ground vision now on the other side with that new ward that just came up. And let's see, I mean, the pressure on the tower should increase very much soon. With each wave coming in now, he should be able to do something. But then again, also the Husker being level 6 now, if he gets some heal up on him, he can just jump G at the moment. The level 1 Poison Nova is not the scariest thing, but top. Oh, they want to initiate here on Jotum, and Jotum, oh my god, he doesn't have Magic Missile, or he didn't get it through, rather. And now, maybe even going to follow up on BZC. They could, I think, but then again, they already went for 1 tower dive. That was sort of an equal trade. I don't think they want to go for more. Settling for 1 kill is just fine.
For sure. Cheshire Cat, after being involved in 4 kills, almost has his Blink Dagger purchase up. No! Cheshire Cat going for Boots of Travel Rush. I despise this choice by Cheshire Cat. Boots of Travel after the Blink is fine. And although they're a nice item to have on Bat Rider, don't get me wrong, I just think that the Blink initiation is too strong to pass up. Although up against Plague Wards, maybe he's going to decide against it. He is going to get those delivered to himself. There we go, and partnered up with the IO. Potentially can just look for a run-in into Lasso.
Yeah, I'm not sure that BOT is just really working out, but at the moment, J4 is solo here top. They don't have interrupt here, but Yol with that tombstone up, and of course Seedoy. He has Nature's Call in some seconds, so in theory they could go for the tower, but Jessica at the moment, Firefly should stop it a tiny bit, but at the moment, well, that tombstone is still playing against him. He can't really do anything against zombies, that's the biggest problem. And the newest change to tombstone is also you're not even getting gold from that zombies. That was always tasty when you got like some gold off it, but at the moment, well, if he had a Blink Dagger, he could have just opened on Seedoy, maybe with a Wisp relocate. Do we even have it? Do I talk bullshit right now? Yes, I do. As usual, he's level 5. I thought he's already level 6. After all these nice experience fights.
For Ditchira, now we have the armlet. This is where things start to get fun for the Huskar. He's going to be able to toggle that very easily. VP don't have a great finishing blow. In fact, one of their best tools to actually kill him off while he's toggling is the soon-to-be maxed out Wave of Terror. Tier 1 tower is going to fall to the pushing power of Venomancer. And for now, VP have a pretty decent lead off of this tower gold that they've been able to keep up, but still anybody's game. Both teams are in fit fighting shape very soon.
Yep. But as I said, like, another 20 minutes and Virtus Pro's draft will just fall off, so we have to see. But Shachlo found BBC here top. There will be the Ice Path, but it's in a very mysterious direction, so he's going down. Even though the stick is buying some time, the IO is providing a lot of mana, so BCZ, well, he's going for a lot of damage. He's even gonna get the revenge kill now on the Wisp, and Seedoy is gonna finish off the Storm, so power ranges. That was a very expensive kill on BCC.
It was. Even though items are nice to have on a farming Jakiro, getting that mechanism up faster would be really useful for the team. He's level 7, so I don't think that Jakiro kill actually means anything. In the meantime, Huskar in mid, not able to get his armlet toggle off. Not sure exactly how that went down. He had the armlet available, and he just didn't turn it on. Magic Missile now into J4. They are going to look for the Fire Blast, but fogged out. Now J4 is potentially in a bit of trouble. He's going to get galed up as well as Wave of Terror. Turns for Fire Blast onto G. Now for the TP out. He's still ticking down to the poison damage. He will be brought down by the Venom, but now zip in from Shachlo. It's going to be end of G's life, and now into Jotum. Does have a pull if he needs to use it, and indeed he will. That'll be the end of the Venge on top of it all. It's a 2-for-2 trade in mid.
It's pretty much what we saw top just for the other team. Like, a 2-for-1 trade. Like, that was a lot of commitment for just a random Ogre passing your way. You stay so long that you're gonna get picked up, but Jessica, double damage thrown. He might be able to actually do something here on Yol, but at the moment Ice Path just slowing it down. Like, even the Liquid Fire's coming out. Now, this is exactly where I rather wanted to see a Blink Dagger instead of BOTs, because he could have displaced Yol so much that Ditya, for example, could have jumped him, and with that slow and everything, J4, the stun, and another slow, that would have been a guaranteed kill. But, well, I hope he is happy about his BOTs. Just
zip in bottom. Seedoy being pulled back by Shachlo with that overcharge. They should be able to take down this kill very easily, and it will be another one for the Storm Spirit.
Yep, easy kill there as well. Do they even relocate back? No, he leaves Shachlo there and just goes back to mid the Wisp alone.
Yeah. Meantime, they don't really do anything else in the map, but this is the power of that relocate on Storm Spirit. You do not know from what angle you're being jumped. Relocates usually are pretty easy to spot out, but they went deep behind the Batrider. There was, or not the Batrider, excuse me. But there was no place for that Nature's Prophet to run.
Yep, and Virtus Pro, they do what they're supposed to do with the draft. They have push, push, push. But the problem is power range at the moment. They trade quite well. Ditya in the mid is trying to get some pressure on the tier 1 tower. It will be way, way slower, of course, in comparison to Virtus Pro, just because, yeah, naturally. But, oh, there's a swap here on Jessica. They actually managed to get the stun, but he's already on the high ground, and now, oh my god, all hell is breaking loose. Virtus Pro in such an awkward position. So much AIDS at the moment on the time. Like, we don't even have a poison over, so Ogre is gonna finish 1, 2, and now all the others are also in trouble. Like, they try to get out. Unding is probably the only survivor out of this fight. No, never mind that. He's even getting interrupted, but look at the damage of the Undying. He's gonna get a triple kill easily, and Seedoy is joining the fight back here, and that means they're gonna finish off that easily. We have, oh, the sub of the Storm, the longest sub of all time. Does he go for Yol? No, he's ending up with almost no mana there. Shachlo, that was very optimistic, but I would have tried probably the same.
Probably, in the end, my goodness, that decay coming out from the Undying was sick. Huskar, decay is one of the banes of his existence. Just taking away that strength, armlet toggling gets a lot harder. and in the end it's going to prove to be the end of his life. Also, 3 points up the passive isn't maxed out, so that magic damage isn't completely negated yet. Yol is looking potentially towards a Vanguard for his team, and right now Virtus Pro, they're poised to end this game. I think this is going decently well for them if they're able to keep up this aggression.
With the haste thrown here, and he found Jessica now. He will just bring him down easily alone, but we have to see Dichara at the moment under attack. He's already going down, and now Io just 2 loads, a lot of damage over time, and he will just tether out. But still, they lost 2. Jessica going down, as well as the Husker and Virtus Pro. That means they go for easy Roshan. I don't think Power Rangers can anytime stop that, especially because there's already, there are creeps already knocking at the tier 3 and the tier 2 mid. So I don't know. Virtus Pro are actually in a good position. This is 13 minutes into the game, and I think if they keep this pressure up, this might go somewhere.
For sure. Right now, Virtus Pro are poised for a really nice game. The Huskar is going for a Mechanism as his next item, which is completely fine. I'm all for Mech Huskar, but he's not going to have the mana to sustain that. Zip and bottom. Yeah. They found
Poor
a
guy. Like, I'm not sure if that's enough. Like, Shachlo is really trying to zip around, like, make it impossible for that Ice Path, but the Ice Path will come out. Zido is joining in as well. They have vision on him, and there he's silenced as well. So, Shachlo, again, a play where he was not successful against Jakiro. I mean, the mech wasn't even finished on BCC, but now he has it after this nice kill. Like, with the mech, that would have been even easier.
Yeah, I hate to suggest it, but I think Power Tread Storm Spirit kills Jakiro there.
Yeah, Tranquil, Storm, I'm also not a big fan of it, but I'm also not a big fan of, like, Batrider with BUTs first. Like, I don't know where these item choices are coming from, but Power Rangers, they're saving strategies for TI5, I guess.
It might be even further than that, to be honest. I don't really see Tranquils and Boots of Travel Rush and Batrider really becoming vogue. Either way, VP, they're taking tier 2 tower in mid and now pushing up into this tier 3. They have an Aegis on G, and they'll be able to sustain this. Are Power Rangers really equipped to fighting a 5-on-5 fight right now?
Yeah, they don't want to. They want to settle for a trade, but I don't know if that's really good. Like, losing potentially your Mitrax here, if that's a good fight for Virtus Pro, and that all for a tier 2 tower, I don't see them stopping here. Like, there's Liquid Fire on the racks, easy going, Yol clubbing, Sidoi clubbing, everybody's just hammering on those racks, and Power Rangers, they're not gonna stop this. Like, this is just nuts.
I don't understand why. Dichira's up towards top. He's not going to TP back. He wants his tier 2 tower, but that's a full set of barracks. At 15 minutes in, this should not be happening. If it's going to happen with any lineup, it's going to be Virtus Pros. Huskar's not in fit fighting shape. Batrider's picked off. He does purchase up the Blink Dagger before he dies. They do get a Dire Courier pick off, but that doesn't make up for the fact that they've just lost racks. Undying Tombstone on the ground, ultimate pop by Yol. They're going to go for even more. The sustain that they have is immense, and now they catch an Ice Path onto Dichira, focusing him down. Huskar trying to fight up against G, will get the Aegis, but now leaping away. He's going to die on impact. He buys back immediately, and he has to. They'll bring down the Storm inside the duration of the Orchid, and this might as well be 2 lanes of barracks. Io ticking down to the Venomancer. Won't die to that because it isn't lethal. Zipping from the Storm, going onto Jotum, but they heal up the Vengeful Spirit. Now make a turn, he's going to die. That might as well be game.
Yeah, this might as well really game. The Husker at the moment, he can't do anything against this push, and as long as the Jakiro, for example, is alive, the push is just immense with the Liquid Fire. So 2 set of racks down here. We talk about a 16 minutes game. The draft at the moment of Virtus Pro is exactly what we expected, exactly how it is supposed to play out, and right now they can even continue. They're gonna catch Jisoket here. Like, he can't activate anything. He's just dead. Just that I don't even have an idea what he was trying to get there, because Virtus Pro was so decent in HP. I mean, they have mech, they have the Undying Healing, they have Earn, and yeah, that's a GG call. With 2 Rexes down, Power Rangers is like, no guys, we go into game number 3, and we're not gonna let this happen again. But this was crazy decisions. Tier 2 for Rex in the mid trading and then hoping for the best after that. That is just not how you win games.
It's really not. I'm disappointed by this Huskar and draft by Virtus Pro. I thought this would actually work out for them, but VP, they get that push together at just the right time. It was looking even up until like 15 minutes in, and then boom, racks down. And that's the type of lineup that they drafted, and VP, after a couple of questionable plays, end up giving away that game. Let's see if VP or PR are going to be able to take the victory in the 3rd and final game of this series. And it's a very important one at that. The winner continues on the I-League